if you watch the show, then you know. I've got a hot, sweaty wig note to remind me of a few things. First, I do wear wigs. I don't wear weaves because I have thin hair, and weaves also take up a lot of time. Like you have to sit 4 hours in a chair once a month and get it tightened. I don't have that. Where do you find the time? Like you go to the wig shop, you pick up a wig, you place it on your head, you put it in the drawer, you get hot, you remove it, you go in the bathroom, you tilt it. If you have a big forehead, you cheat it up a little bit more, you bring it down. So this note is to remind me of a few things that I did not want to forget to talk to you about. First of all, a shout out again to my mother. My mother and I went wig shopping earlier today at the flea market. Have you ever been over to the flea market? Well, holy smokes. So this is my first time going to the flea market here. Now, I love flea markets because I love any place where you can get toenails this long with glitter already on them. Sometimes I can really be the empress of tacky. I just, and God bless the glue gun with glitter. Anyway, so we went over and we bought wigs at the flea market. And but I was telling you to back up for a moment how I've been spending my summer because I haven't seen you. I know you've been seeing reruns. I watch the reruns too, and I'm like, would I stop with the reruns? It's a necessary evil in TV. But we've been off for, by the time I get back, it'll be 3.5 months. Well, thank God we're doing this Say It Like You Mean It tour, because now we're touring the country and I'm getting to see Wendy watchers and I'm making new friends and I'm touching you guys as opposed to just being in the little box and waving to you. I love being out like this. And so, but my last day of working before the big vacation was the last week in May. So I told you we have the 10-year-old Kevin, and he's here right now. So, I'm driving him back and forth to basketball and getting him ready for 6th grade. What else did I do? Oh, I tie-dyed a dress. I haven't tie-dyed since Girl Scouts. Have you ever tie-dyed? You put the rubber bands on. It was a long white summer dress. I call those flip-flop dresses, the ones that drag on the ground with the, a little flop-de-dop-de. Love those. I tie-dyed a dress. A lot of barbecued food, and if you're like me, you don't always scrape the burnt part off the grill, so I've eaten a lot of carbon. I feel faint as we speak. What else? Oh, I turned 47 this summer. So this is the thing. And I am not one to wear horizontal stripes, but I turned 47, and on my 47th birthday, I wore horizontal stripes, and I said, you know what? They make you look a little bigger, but it's okay. Stripes are good. So, I tried something new, in other words, for my birthday, which was to wear horizontal stripes, and P.S., and let my arms fly. I'm over it. They are what they are. There are a lot of women who overlook Mark Anthony because they want, whatever. Not such a thin man, or not such a drawn, gaunt man. Or not such a short man. But there's something sexy about Mark Anthony. And there still is. Because he had her for 7 years. So, that relationship was good for both of them. She got the kids and he had her. No, but here's the thing. I didn't believe the divorce to begin with, because I believe in love, but I also believe that there's some people who might be of the character that they might lie about getting divorced if they're celebrities just to get attention to their show. The same week that Jennifer Lopez announced the divorce was the same week that Simon Cowell started talking about X Factor on TV with the commercials. So I was like, I smell a rat. And I went on The View and talked about it with my View friends and everything. I did not believe it. Then I read the new Vanity Fair and I'm like, I think we're supposed to believe this one. I think that they're really getting divorced. She talked about how when a relationship is not good for a woman's got to love herself enough to walk away. Us now is that we've grown mature and we know how to answer responsibly, so we can say it like you mean it, but with a little taste and tact, because now they see our voices as we do it. So I'm going to show you what Ask Wendy is for those of you not familiar, and for those of you who are familiar but missed the show, don't forget, September 12th, we'll be back with season 3. Okay, Rena, you've already produced my Ask Wendy segment? Oh, hi! Okay, so, oh, you got the mic. Does it work?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, how can I help you? Only
How you doing?
you know, on the talk show, I come into the audience so we'd be standing next to one another. Go ahead.
My mother's having surgery, and she's going to be living with me for a couple of months, but she never stops talking. How could I get her to stop talking and repeat herself?
Okay. Her question was that her mother just had surgery and is coming to live with her for a couple of months. 2 months. We've got that counted down. Cover your ears, Mom. Because my mother never stops talking either, but this is what you do. Do you work? Walk into your room or walk into your office. I mean, you know, your mom is no different than the rest of our moms, especially as our parents get older. You know, they want to have conversation and they want to be included in our lives, but they also understand that we've got to work 5 times as hard just to buy groceries these days. The grocery bills, right? So just, you know, prop her pillow up, give her the remote, give her her cell phone, give her a bunch of magazines. Listen, you'd be surprised what the old crows start to like later on in life, right, Mommy? Like my mom, she used to never read the tabloids and stuff. Now I could go to her for the hot topics. So, you know, kindly and gently explain to your mother that you have work to do or bath to take. At our age, it takes a little bit more than a cat nap and some moisturizer to get it together. We gotta sleep on time, we gotta put mud mask on our face, and we have to do our work to keep up with the young girls who are behind us trying to take our jobs, right? So, you know, have conversation with your mother, block off time. Good luck. You know, when I graduated from Northeastern University in Boston, I didn't grow up in Boston, I grew up in New Jersey. But what I will say is that I majored in communications and I minored in journalism, and it was one of the wackest majors and minors back then because everybody was majoring in business and none of the administration was helping you. Nobody cared about hiring you for jobs. It was like a stupid degree to have if nothing turned out to be anything. Now, majoring in communications is the biggest thing going, and all the schools really respect it. Unfortunately, there are only but so many jobs. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating behind my knees. There are only, you see that, right? There are only but so many jobs out here. And what I will say is you've got to start by getting yourself a good internship. It helps more now than ever to know somebody. Mailing your resume in does not work as well as having somebody of influence. And I don't care whether it's the person that sweeps the floor or the person who's the president of the company or the channel. You need to make your contacts. And also, if you're planning on going into my profession, you better watch what you have on your Facebook. Because we adults are judging all college kids on what you do. Because if you make dumb mistakes in college, you're still making those same dumb mistakes 3 years out of college. For me, there really wasn't much difference between Wendy in college and 3 years or 5 years out. It took me a while to get my grown woman on and get it together. And thank God there was no Facebook around. But I will also say, be prepared to travel. You know, South Florida is a fabulous place to work. But you've got to be kidding me if you think that the first time that you get on the air, you're gonna be sitting next to Jawan in the mighty South Florida. You're gonna have to go someplace like Albuquerque or Happy Jack, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You're gonna have to leave your friends, leave what you know, right, Mommy and Daddy? That's what I did to get here. You know, this was not an easy climb. I had to leave everything and make $3.25 an hour in the Virgin Islands. I left 2 weeks out of graduation. I cried every day. I hated it. But when I tell you I earned my bones, I earned my bones. And I am sitting here proudly to you today to say good luck to the college students. Make sure that you get your degree. And also, there are only but so many places up here on the stage. So have a plan B. And I'm not a dream killer, I'm just saying it like I mean it. Here, I'm fortunate enough to have my mother and father here with me. And if you watch the show, So you know that you've seen them before. Also, I am fortunate in that I have my 10-year-old son here with me. And my husband of 16 years, who's also my business partner, Big Kevin. So those things are to feel loved, and to feel loved is really wow.